met a lot of people in the industry, and it was like, you know, you could feel something special. But now, like when you meet someone that's in branding, that you meet them and they're like, oh yeah, like what's up?
But why do you think
like,
that is?
I just feel like it's, I don't know, it just got oversaturated, and people base their energy on how many Instagram followers they got.
That's real.
And like they're like, oh, like I'm popping. I can only shake your hand, and I can't dab you up. You know?
Yeah.
Man, you've been waiting for the drum beater, drum beater, drum beater.
Beautiful people, mama, you guys. It's your boy Dominic from Due Day Studios, of course, and I got a special guest today, someone that's very special in the industry, and of course another special guest that I always have every week with me, someone that's special in my heart. You guys, I got my boy DJ Danny Felt.
Papa. We got a motherfucking legend. We got a podcaster, a fellow one. Finally, it's nice.
It's finally
we got
nice.
A fucking creator, owner, designer of textiles by RUBEN. We got Mr. RUBEN. How are you?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good, bro. How about you, man?
Man, it's an honor, bro. It's an honor to be here. I've seen a lot about, I've seen a lot of the things that you guys are doing, and it's honestly pretty sick. It's inspiring. It's sick to see what we're gonna talk about today. There's a lot of things we could talk about.
Beautiful people, you guys, don't skip this part, but it's nothing but the best here at Due Day Studio, 7361 Melrose Avenue, you guys, and nothing but the best from the textile industry, from the printing industry. My boy RUBEN right here, of course. Check him out on all the social media platforms. I'm all over the place with it. But what's your social media platform, bro?
I'm Textures by RUBEN on Instagram. Go check me out.
Yes, sir. And then don't forget to check out the shop, 7361 Melrose Avenue on Melrose, the best shop in vintage. Just don't skip this part. On to the next, Let's go.
When your clip pops up on Reels, we get inspired.
Yeah, like how you like do the hand motion thing and you're like just in tune with it. Daniel's like, he sends it to me. He's like, oh shit, you got to be like that.
I'm like, can you start doing this on the pod?
Sorry, bro. I don't know. My hands, it's a thing,
He doesn't want to take your thing,
Yeah,
Pause.
You gotta try it, bro. That's what Reels of people in, bro. That's what Reels of people in, because they're like, oh man, what is this guy doing with his hands?
Yeah. Maybe you could help us today workshop something for Dom that he could do that.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit different.
Yeah.
I got you, Dom. I got you. We'll take care of that.
Maybe you can use your feet or something. I don't know.
Oh shit, like spirit feet.
Pause.
So tell me, how's you guys' day been?
You want to go first?
I'm just chilling today, just
Cause you didn't answer my phone, Danny.
I was playing Mortal Kombat.
I was trying to do a parlay with you today, but
oh shit,
you didn't answer me.
I already put it down. That's why.
Oh shit, who'd you put?
I think I put like 100 bands on LeBron.
Oh shit, damn.
So, how was your day though?
It was good, man. I'm just busy, was at the print shop today, just thinking about making new videos, trying to figure out. I think it's kind of different, because like you kind of get in. I kind of like always. I'm always in my head trying to think about like what's something new that I could put out for just content. Like I don't want to be like a regular like. Just posting videos of the machines moving around, like...
You don't want to be that regular Instagram, huh?
I want to be a bougie Instagram print shop,
Mm-hmm.
So, can we ask then, straight away, just how do you strive to be different from, like, another regular print shop? Like, how are you gonna... Like, in terms of your reels, Because I know what you're talking about. I always see, like, those, like... It's just them, like, printing.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just cuts.
Yeah, so I think one of the big things that like I kind of focus on, especially like when I'm trying to create like a video for like content, is like I go on TikTok and I look at what other people are already posting, right? And if I'm being honest, like a lot of the stuff that these other content creators are doing and they're posting, like a lot of it is kind of like BS, to be honest, Like,
can you give us an example? Real quick?
Yeah, so like for example, like when I've seen this video, and I say this a lot to a lot of my customers, it's like. They'll be like, hey, what's up? This is how you start a clothing brand in 2024. It's going to cost you like $20 or whatever, right? To start a clothing brand. And you don't really need any money up front to start a brand, right? Because you're going to run the pre-order method and yada, 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 right?
The Atlanta scam.
And it's just.
Didn't they get you for that?
This guy, what? Didn't they get your boy for that?
Yeah, so it's just
Don't get mad, Danny.
it's just something different, you know, like people like that for sure from like a perspective of like someone that deals with brands all the time, like for sure, like that's a lie. And like I can't deal with like people like lying to customers, you know, because roughly it takes around like $300 to $500 to start a brand, you know, if you're gonna start it like correctly and you're gonna actually have like some actual like motion. Because if not, like how are you gonna pay a designer to design your clothes unless you're designing it yourself? But like if someone's gonna design something for you, that's already a fee. Shopify is like $29 a month. That's already a fee. You know, like there's certain things that you have to go. You know, if you want to make samples, that's another fee. You know, so there's a lot of these things, a lot of these videos that you see online that just like get me upset because it's like I've always strived to like, and like the main thing, and I've always tried to be like honest and perfect with the things that we do, right? I feel like it's super important, but like people ask me all the time, and just like the question you asked, like how do I strive to be different? I mean, it's very simple. Like when I started this, I was like, most print shops suck at communicating with customers. They don't know how to text people back and they ignore them for some reason, right? They're a paying customer and they ignore them.
Dumb.
So like DAUM, right? Like every time I call him, his phone, first time I call him, it always goes to
When you ask for the
voicemail.
pre-order confirmation, the tracking, bro, he's already like in fucking Puerto Vallarta.
Damn. 2023.
2023. Yeah, so it's just things like that, man. Like I strive, like again, communication. That's probably one of the biggest things that most print shops they lag on, and that's like the most practical thing that you can do. Like if you can't text someone back or call them or be honest with them,
Facts.
or be honest with them and be like, hey, bro, you know what, Dom, I'm sorry, bro, but like there was a delay on the previous project. Like I'm gonna have to push your project like 2 days. Is that cool with you? Yeah, you might not like it, but at least like I kept it real and I told you what's going on, so you're in the loop. So you're not just thinking that like I'm not texting you back and I'm dodging you, right? Like that was probably like one of the biggest things that like I really like strive to run my business on is just like if I can communicate well with my customers, like everything else will follow. And like it's worked, bro. Like, you know, like I've done a lot of stuff for like a lot of brands and it's just it's been sick, you know. It's been sick to see like the progression, bro. Been doing this since I was like 15 years old. You know, I'm 28 now and you know, I've been in the game just learning, you know. I started off as just like a regular 9-to-5 worker just at the print shop, learning, trying to learn every little aspect of what it takes to print a shirt, the different ways to print a shirt, the different machines that we use to print a shirt. There's different inks, you know, like different sequences, the color separation. Like there's just so much that goes into it, you know, that most people aren't aware of. And I try my best to try to teach my customers how to understand these things so that when I ask them a question, they know exactly how to reply to me. And they're just like, well, bro, honestly, I don't know what you're talking about. So like, just you do your thing.
Speaking of teaching customers, do you ever post tutorials on like your TikTok and your Reels?
Not really, honestly. That's kind of
shit.
just
There you go.
that's kind of something, you know, that like I'm kind of striving like to like continue to do. Like, you know, it's just like I guess it's just like content creation. You know, it's things that like I need to work on still, and I'm still kind of developing that. You know, I have someone running my TikTok right now that's just like posting content that I'm like sending her, and she's taking good care of it. So it's helping, but I feel like I need to start getting more into the like actual like, hey, you know, like this is how we're gonna print a shirt today. I'm gonna take you through the process of it, and I think those videos will be a little bit more intriguing for customers to see. You know.
Yeah. So earlier we were talking about how there's a lot of content out there that's like BS or it's like maybe not the most truthful. Do you have any in your mind that you watch that you know that are like, okay, these guys are good?
I think for the most part, I can't remember his name. I think it's Caprice or something like that. Caprice. I think that's his Instagram name. And then, you know, I watch a lot of the videos of like Superline Wholesale, you know, and I think Superline's cool. I've only seen that guy around. I've never really met him, but I know that a lot of the stuff that they're posting, like they're doing their promotion as well. Like if you kind of see their videos and what they're posting, like it's really well and it's really like engaging, which is what you want. You want people to come into your page and like take as much as they can, right? So that like they can walk out with like a product or something. So you know, they're doing their thing. You know, they're probably providing like, you know, cheap quality blanks, but they're calling them like they're heavy, they're high quality. You know,
I said the good ones, man.
you know what I'm saying?
Sending shots right now.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're, you know, it's like, it's cool. Like everyone, you know, I don't even make blanks. Like I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure that they're probably making their blanks there, but they're getting all their fabric and stuff like that overseas, and you know,
I think they're doing it overseas, bro.
yeah, like I think they're getting like
Everything.
regular, just cheap quality stuff,
The
and then
Pakistan Connect.
something like that. I'm pretty sure, and that's like a whole different topic, because like a lot of these guys, when like a lot of these Instagram and TikTok people are always trying to funnel people to go to Pakistan and to go to like these China overseas manufacturers, when there's people here that manufacture stuff here. Like I remember you were telling me about it, how like I can't remember exactly what you said, but like it's like, I think you said something along the lines like, hey, like if you can produce it, like I don't know if you can
Dom
produce
said this.
we were talking about it before we even like sometime
We
this
talked
week.
on the phone for a minute,
We
bro.
talked on the phone for like an hour probably, just going over stuff. But if I remember correctly, you were like, man, like it's like some of these people, like they let this stuff get in their head, you know, like they let it get to their head, and then they see themselves as like a public figure, and then they don't like to interact with people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
they don't like to interact with people. They feel like they're too good for people, and it's like, dude, like we're all in the same industry, you know?
Not only that, bro, but when I started, like, it was like like magic. Like if you know how to create stuff and you know how to like do like clothing, it was like something special. But nowadays, like even if you come on this block of Melrose, every 3 people you'll pass, if you ask 3 people like, do you do clothes? Do you do this? Oh yeah, I have a brand. It's so and so and so and so. Like it doesn't feel magical anymore. Like back then, you know, like you know, I met a lot of people in the industry, and it was like, you know, you could feel something special. But now, like when you meet someone that's in branding, that you meet them and they're like, oh yeah, like what's up?
But why do you think
like,
that is?
I just feel like I don't know, it just got oversaturated, and people base their energy on how many Instagram followers they got.
That's real.
And like they're like, oh, like I'm popping. I can only shake your hand, and I can't dab you up. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'd say it is, and it's kind of on par with what you're saying, but I just feel like, to put it simply, I feel like it's TikTokers getting into fashion and not fashion people getting into TikTok.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
you know?
good.
Yeah.
That's good. And you make a point, bro. Like everywhere you go now, every Instagram, like every person on Instagram has a clothing brand,
Yeah.
and it's like, I remember what you were saying. It's like there's no way that you're sending a product that you bought from someone, and then you're telling people from Alibaba that like, hey, I want to make something custom, but it's the same exact shirt, just a different print.
Sending them
Like,
a rude design.
yeah,
and just
like
be
you're
oh,
sending
can you
them-
change
yeah.
it to like, you know.
And then
I
you
was
just-
gonna say a name right now, but I was like, I was gonna like, can you send a rude design? Can
Yeah.
you cut the shorts like this?
Yeah.
Or like instead of the essential font, can you switch it to a gallery font? Like just
exactly.
drawstring it like a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And then,
And it just doesn't make sense,
Like,
you know,
hey,
at that point.
like good for them, you know. At least they're doing something. But you know, if you live either in LA or New York, I feel like you could get hands on with the product.
Yeah.
Or like if you're really about it, if you live in Houston, Atlanta, Washington, like fly out. You know, if you have $150 to send a sample to China, you have $150 to get a plane ticket to come to LA
that's so
and at
real.
least touch a couple fabrics,
Yeah.
talk to a couple sample makers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because in this industry here in LA, especially, bro, like everybody that I met is friendly. Like, you know, like print shops are cool. Like everybody can answer questions, but like it's just like if you have 30K or 15K on Instagram followers, like they're like, oh, I'm too cool. Like just send a fucking design to
exactly.
Susan from AliExpress, you know?
What if they're not in like these more big places? What if they're like in the fucking middle of buttfuck nowhere, like in fucking Arkansas, and they want to get into fashion and they don't got 150 to go?
Spirit Airlines, baby. Just wait 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Just don't bring anything.
Yeah,
just bring a backpack, bro.
Just bring a backpack.
And bring a
and
water
go.
bottle when you're in the flight.
So you think you have to go and try to do it that way?
No, but like I feel like eventually, you know, just like get hands on into stuff. Like That's what I would say. Like, eventually get hands on this stuff, because not only that, but like even like bigger things like Complex, Hypebeats could even respect you more and shout you out on their social media. You could go to Complex Con. I
think that's big.
So on and so forth. Because I can imagine how many submissions Complex Con got of all these fucking Instagram brands and TikTok brands. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy because like I'll give you guys an example. Like there's a kid that I run a brand. I print all his stuff for his brand, and it's called Music Void Clothing. And this guy's like, he's like just a regular kid from Iowa.
Right.
Like Iowa, bro. Like I don't even know any. I don't even know how Iowa.
I don't even know what the state looks like.
Yeah, I don't even know what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? But like, this guy's probably one of the richest kids in Iowa, bro, for his age. Like, cause he runs like 3 clothing brands. He does very affordable products, simple products, and just like sells like crazy, right?
Made in LA.
And then he came and he literally, but he makes it here, right? Like everything's made here. He works with a couple manufacturing companies, right, that do like prints and like they do like different shirts for him, or he gets like traditional shirts and, you know, tries to provide products for his customers that are not like overly expensive. Because now I feel too like a lot of customers like, oh, well, like, because I got 10K followers, now I could charge you 120 for a hoodie that I got from Alibaba in China.
And
from
with, like, distressed on the neck.
Yeah, from Ming Lee for like $20, you know? From like $20 overseas, you know? It's like, now I feel like I got the capability to charge you 120 when a product is worth like 25 at the most, you know? And it's like, that's cool. Like, I respect the hustle, but at some point I think it's like, when are you gonna get hands-on with your brand? Like, are you thinking about like what are you gonna like stand for in like the next 5 years, or are you gonna continue to be the same brand that like just does graphics? Like, is that all you're gonna do? Like, none of these kids that are doing brands, like I feel like they don't have a future because they're not thinking about like, hey, maybe I need to step away from the graphics. Maybe I need to start doing cut and sew items. Maybe I need to start doing something else as far as like what else can I do, right? What other areas can I tap into?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell you guys the name, or maybe we bleep it out. But like,
go ahead and say the name.
He does not say the name, but they make their samples in New York. If you guys kind of could guess it, they make their samples in New York. The best, one of my favorite brands, right?
Can you mouth it?
Huh?
Can you mouth it?
I forgot the name from talking about it.
Bro,
We got a jacket in our rack actually.
Bro.
Up there. It's like super distressed. With like, if I go to detail, you're gonna understand it. But they make their samples in New York. They do fashion shows in New York, and then all their production is overseas. You know, and I could get that part because like their samples are crazy, like super like detailed. Like, okay, like, you know, he does that way, which is understandable too. You know.
Yeah, of course.
But then it's like it's cut and sew and super crazy. You know.
Yeah.
But if it was just printing and it's like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand that like. Anyone, you can print a shirt wherever, and like
you can print a shirt in Arkansas. There's someone that has a silkscreen machine.
Well, yeah, but you know, you're saying you got to go to LA or to like New York, you know.
I feel like it's like,
and
for
I feel
like
like
those,
that's not super accessible for everybody.
You know, it's. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those kids that post like on Instagram that says like, oh, like, I just saw one something like driving foreign cars at 21 because of your clothing brand. And they're driving like
I've seen those
you see,
videos,
like,
yeah.
and they're covered their face. They don't show nothing.
Or they got
just
like
show,
a Hellcat.
Yeah, you know exactly what video I'm talking
And
about.
they got like a little Hellcat,
and a BMW.
Yeah, I know.
And they got their
exactly
hoods
what you're talking
open.
about, bro.
Hey, relax.
Okay.
Relax.
But you see, like they'll post that, and then it's like, okay, that's cool. Like you'll reach the kids that are 19, 18 that like want to live that. But then it's like they probably never even. They don't even know if you tell them water base or plastisol. They're like, what the fuck is that? You know, they're like, what is that?
So good, bro.
You know what I mean?
They
And then
don't
I'm
even
like,
know what that is.
like, what the fuck? Yeah, come on. I mean, I've been doing this as a kid, bro.
They're like, bro.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that because it's like, I promise you can go ask
Do you
anyone.
get a lot of questions like that?
Yes, it's annoying sometimes, but
and I'm like,
but it's because you got to educate people. You know,
Right.
like people don't understand.
Would you say a lot of your clients or a lot of people trying to work with you on like brands, you think they're more on the just starting out uneducated side, or you think they're more on the like they already know stuff?
I think for the most part, like a lot of the brands that I work with, like they're very in tune with like their design work. But as far as production, they have no idea what's going on. Like at all. There's probably one customer that I've been training since I've been working with them for like 4 years, almost 3-4 years. You met him. I brought him right here to the store, Jay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Jay edits. Like I've been teaching him everything. So like now when I tell him like, hey, the sequence looks off on the machine, I need to flip some screens to like modify the color. So like, for example, like when we do skin tone colors, there's always like two different colors of brown, you know, because like there's a darker one and a lighter one to like even out the flow of the skin. So like I tell him like, hey, I gotta flip the skin tone colors, and he's like, all right, cool. Put the lighter one on, and then put the darker one at the end, you know. So like he understands that flow now, so it makes it easier for him. Everyone else that I work with though, they're like,
Yeah.
you just do whatever you do, like we trust you.
Right.
So like that's fine.
So you prefer when your clients are more like inclusive in it, and they're like, wait, like I want to actually know about the process instead of just being like, nah, you got it.
Yeah, no, I just think that's more important, you know, because if I
Right.
was a clothing brand owner, I would want to know what's going on as well, you know? But again, a lot of print shops, they're just worried about numbers. Like they're just trying to reach a number. Like, hey, I need to, like, for this month to make this much income, I need to print 10,000 shirts.
Yeah.
So like whatever, then, and I've had a lot of people like other print shops tell me like, bro, why do you tell your customers about the process? Like, don't do that, bro. Like, then they're gonna get too knowledgeable and they're gonna know exactly what's going on, and they're gonna start texting us and asking us like, hey, can you modify this? Can you help us with this? It's like, what do you mean? Like, they're paying you for this stuff. Like, you can't just be sending them like mid-quality stuff when they're paying.
Yeah.
They're paying for all the stuff that you're supposedly saying is high quality prints, and how are you giving them mid quality stuff then? Just doesn't make sense to me, you know? They
So-
kind of get offended.
Would you say most print shops are like that?
I think probably like 90% of the print shops are like that, bro.
Yeesh.
Like they'll get offended.
Fact.
That's a big percentage.
Like they'll get offended. I promise you, bro, I've been there.
Right.
I've been there when I've told another print shop that was like, hey, my customer doesn't like this. Like, you need to modify the colors. And they were pressed. Oh, but this is the Pantone color. This is the color that it needs.
Bro got mad at doing their job.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's like
real.
bro, the Pantone, like if I were to show you the shirt print and the mock-up, like the color just didn't even look the exact same color. And he was like pressing me like, bro, just tell him it's good, you know? Like, I'm like, how am I at that point? It's like, how am I gonna lie to my customer and tell him it's good when I'm here in person and I'm seeing that it's not good?
And the energy I feel like that you're on, like, not only does it keeps the customer forever, you know, to you. So that's what's, you know, a lot of print shops should learn from, you know.
I think it's important, bro. I think it's this whole the whole printing game and all that. I feel like it can be easily like transformed if like you have good communication, you know, you strive to, you know, please the customer and make them, you know, feel included in the process, and like you're just keeping it like trustworthy. You're building like a trustworthy relationship, you know, because at the end of the day, like I said, like everyone's trying to reach numbers and they're trying to make money. That's fine, but like, do you have a relationship with your customer? You know, like, do you actually care about them, or are you just worried about the what they're bringing into the table to your shop? And I think that's another thing that kind of differentiates me from every other print shop, is that I'm always considerate about my customer, even if it means I don't even I'm not even. I'll give you guys a real example right now that just happened, like today. One of my customers didn't print a shirt today. Like, he didn't print a drop with me this month. Like, he went to another print shop because there's faster turnaround time, and et cetera, right? He went over there. Right. It took him a while to tell me, but I found out through like someone telling me.
Damn, this is like going to another barber.
And it wasn't, and like, hey, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't want to like, it wasn't offensive towards me. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's money to be made everywhere, but I didn't take it offensive. So, long story short is he went somewhere else to go print. I told him that was fine once he told me. I already knew before he told me, but I was waiting for him to tell me like, hey, bro, I'm gonna print this somewhere else. Once he told me, I was like, all right, cool. He let me know, but he has an order at my shop that we need to ship out for him. Like, we're doing the fulfillment for it.
So you do the full package.
Yeah, so he needed fulfillment done. It's been 2 weeks that they've been sitting at my shop because he's waiting for his brand new like Chase debit card. So he has the funds, but on his ship station where he ships, like he needs to manually put a card to add the funds, and he didn't have the money. So again, he called me today and was like, bro, can you let me borrow like $1,500 for these labels so that I can so you can ship my stuff out?
Did you say yes?
And mind you, he's not printing his stuff with me. Like the next drop he just did, like that he dropped, he's not printing with me. But I've been printing for him for like 2 years, bro. So like I gave him the 1,500. I've got the labels. My shop has the labels. We're gonna ship all the shirts tomorrow. And he already sent me the money. But it's like most print shops wouldn't do that, you know? Most print shops ain't fronting people money to like
Danny won't even buy his tacos, bro. Castle looks up.
Taco's so good right now.
Chill.
But like imagine like I could have gotten easily offended, you know. I could have been like, yo, bro, like you didn't even print your shirts with me though, you know, and like you're out here begging me for money like to like get your labels. Like, bro, like you should have sent the orders to me then. Like I'm out here doing the most for you and you're still gonna like kind of like go behind my back and go somewhere else. And like I took it in a way like, dude, like I can't change who I am though, you know? Like this is how I keep myself composed, you know? This is how I hold myself to a standard, you know, where I'm just always trying to do the most for my clients so that they see that like I'm actually
real, bro.
That I'm actually trying, you know, like I'm actually trying to understand them and the situations that they're going through, you know. So I did that. He paid me back and we're smooth, you know. So hopefully he sees that and he's like, yo, like this fool kept it real with me. Like there's no way, like I gotta go back, you know, or he might not. Who knows, you know, but. For me to be like, oh, like this was an opportunity for me to reel them back in, you know, like those were my intentions when I was doing this, you know. I was just at that point it was like I don't even care about the brand. Like I'm more concerned about my homie needs like that's like you telling me, hey bro, I need like 2K, can you let me borrow it? I'll pay you back. Like as a homie, like I'm gonna just be like, I got you, bro, here you go. Just pay me when you can. It's like that's what it was now. It wasn't like, oh, we're doing business. Now it's like my homie actually needed a favor and he was desperate, so he asked me, so why not, you know? Let him borrow that money.
So working with all these different brands, I assume you're able to kind of see like what ends up working, what mistakes they make. Mm-hmm. What would you say is like the number one mistake you see brands making?
I think one of the biggest mistakes in it, it's always at the beginning, which is like the design. Like the design is
so you could tell right away if a design is probably gonna do ass.
Hit or miss?
Yeah, like I probably already know before I even like print the screens, and I get the mock-up like and get the actual PSD files or the AI files.
Do you tell them? Are you sure you want to print this?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure you want to print this?
Yeah, I'm real like that, bro. Like I have customers telling me all the time, "Hey, bro, like should I drop this?"
How's the reaction usually? Is it like, man, what the fuck? Are they offended or is it like, damn?
No, I think
I'll ask the guy on Fiverr to change it.
Nah,
That's real.
bro went on Fiverr. He's
crazy.
throwing shots at Fiverr like that, bro.
was
Come
fire
on, there's
one
some
time.
good. There's some good people out there on
Is there?
Fiverr, bro. There's some good people out there on Fiverr.
Big K looks up.
Nah, but I think it's the design, bro. Like you'll see right away when like a design, like because a lot of these guys they try to they
like copy something.
yeah, and they try to do too much. And
here's a good question. What's the number one brand people try to copy the most that you've seen?
I think
Hellstar.
right now, yeah, I think Hellstar, but I don't really print like prints like Hellstar, to be honest. No? Like I don't really do stuff like that. I do a lot of like the bootleg like jumbo style prints of like basketball players, like rappers, like you know, athletes and stuff like that. Like I do a lot of that stuff. I rarely get like stuff that looks like Hellstar, to be honest. But I think a lot of people copy like J Edits. I think they copy him a lot. Sergio Calabasas. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Sergio Calabasas. They copy his style a lot. Pretty Boy Cisco, one of his homies. And like AM Vintage. I don't know if you guys have heard of AM Vintage. AM Vintage. I think they try to copy that type of style too. And those are probably some of the top people that they copy, but just because they're more recognized right now in the game, you know, and like that's what I've been seeing. Like there's other brands that are doing things, but these are the guys that are like at a different point, you know, like they're like doing numbers, bro.
What are your thoughts on that? Like with the copying, is it good or is it?
I think it's good I think it's good to a certain extent, you know, like it's good when like you try to like you're inspired by someone, but like don't just like copy the same thing that
Like
they're
word
trying to
for
do.
word,
Yeah,
like-
like because like you'll see the same little background edits that they put. You know, like
Yeah.
some of them put like little confetti thing. You know, like and they like to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Or like the skin colors or the colors of like you know the way they do their stuff. Sometimes their colors are off and that's their style though. You know, and people like to do that too.
Who do you think was the first to start that wave? Like your opinion. Because I think it was that homie that was from Australia. I don't know his brand, bro.
Oh,
I think it was him, bro, that started that whole like.
what's his name?
He did a Frank Ocean tee, and he did like another one.
I forgot his name.
He's like a TikToker.
I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, but his brand was like more like on Instagram, and then he kind of like understood the social media and like yeah. But I think he was the first one that I saw, because I remember it was during COVID time that I was seeing him like blow
Pop
up and
up.
stuff. Yeah, and then like after that, like I mean, I'd say like it'd probably be like Bill J and Sergio.
Yeah,
You know,
I think
they kinda,
Sergio.
like-
Yeah, I think Sergio was probably popping at the same time as your boy though, because Sergio started popping up on like on Twitter. Like he was blowing up on Twitter, bro. He blew up on Twitter. Yeah, bro. He's like a pioneer, bro. He came from Twitter and then transitioned to Instagram and all that, bro, and just funneled all his people to his Instagram.
That's
And
crazy,
he-
bro. That's a hard.
Yeah,
you know, pause, but that's a-
he went.
Your Twitter does numbers.
Yeah. Bro, I don't even know how to log in. Kendall was helping me the other day, but I forgot my password. I think it was like Danny69, some shit like that, but it didn't work.
Twitter boys.
But that's crazy though. I didn't know he came from
Yes,
Twitter.
he came from Twitter, bro. He's been doing it for a minute, bro. He's probably a lot of people kind of consider him like an OG because like he's been doing it for a long time. But I think again, like it gets to a point where like you can only make so many versions of the same artist so many times before it gets freaking repetitive, bro.
Dennis Rodman.
Do you
Like,
think
bro.
people that you've used with, or people you've worked with, you think they use the same graphic designer by accident?
He's a 5-star, 300 reviews on Fiverr.
Nah, I think for the most part,
bargain with
I
him?
think they try to.
Right.
And I know that there's like a couple little
They're already booked.
Discord groups, you know, that they make where like
Discord groups.
there's little Discord groups where like they try to
What?
get you to join, and like if you have a brand and you know you
Bro, I
kind
get
of
spam on like everything on Instagram in my DMs. It's like, if you want to start a brand, it's like a long ass paragraph. I'm like, bruh, why am I gonna fucking answer you,
You know
when I
what
can just sit up my fucking boy Ruben?
you already know it.
You know what
my
I
guy
get,
right
bro?
here,
I
my
get a-
guy
I-
right here.
Bro, I literally got that today on my WhatsApp.
Like, what's up?
It was hello sir
I'm
slash
from Pakistan.
madam. Can I have a minute of your time? And I was like, what the fuck? And they call me, bro.
No
they call me a couple
way.
times, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then they'll send me like, their price list of samples and this and that.
I
I'm
get
like,
those,
what
I
the
get those, I
fuck
get
is
those
this, bro?
from
Like,
Pakistan.
how do they even get my number, bro?
Yeah.
Like Danny be sharing it to everybody, you know? But it's like,
He be
damn,
sending
bro.
it out. He be sending
When
it
I don't
out.
want to give my number, I give him yours.
You know what's crazy? I know you would, bro. I know you would, bro. You know what? He orders like McDonald's and shit, and they're like, "What's your name, by the way?" Dominic.
Yeah, because they know you over there.
Damn, bro,
I got the
well known
deals, you
out
know?
here then, huh?
But to bring it back,
That's good,
let's say
man.
let's say there's a random kid in Iowa, in fucking Alabama, you know, and they want to get started, and they're curious. Hey, Ruben, how much would it take me to start my brand with you?
Yeah, so I think, and I mean, if you guys probably see my video, I know you guys probably have it on replay in the shop right here, probably, you know. But I think
Kendall watches him in the morning. He's getting ready.
Watch it on the Tesla iPad.
Oh shit, that's hard.
it's kind of hard. Nah, I think, yeah, man, I think it just if I'm yeah, we are shooting a podcast. I think it's so like the video that I made, it's very like broad, right? It's a
Yeah.
broad video. It's not as detailed as I would want it to be, but like if someone were to hit me up, which a lot of people do all the time, is like,
What's your minimum?
yeah, what's your minimum? Like, well, how many pieces do you do? How many colors can you do? Can I do a sample? Yada yada yada, right? I always like to ask them, like, for the most part, is like, what's your budget? You know, like, what are you trying to do? Because, like, again, I want to set myself apart. I can easily try to upsell these kids and try to get the most money that I can out of them, right? That could be my intention. And I know print shops will never say this publicly, but they do the most to like try to secure these kids. And like they're for half the things that like the price probably is like, the price should be a little bit lower, bro. Like you're probably charging them a little more because you know that they don't know anything, you know? Oh. So like you're just doing a little bit more you're doing a little bit extra when it doesn't really even cost you anything extra, but you're doing it because like you just feel like, okay, cool, like I can get them a little bit. They'll never say that though, you know? That'll happen behind the scenes. But like always like to ask the budget, always like to ask them like, hey,
And even with the small budgets, right? Even if a kid has like, man, I only have like $100 and like 20 piece nuggets, like
yeah,
you're still gonna give them the same energy and the same type
thing.
of education that they get if they got like 10 bands to spend.
Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, that's how I've been doing it, bro. I feel like that's why I've been blessed to like work with these people, bro, because like I don't really see the numbers, you know? Like I see the person and what they're trying to achieve, and I'm just trying to be a part of the process, you know? If I can help them get to where they want to go, then I'm gonna do what it takes, you know? Like I have customers right now, bro. Like customers right now that like I'm about to do an order for like 60 pieces for like a Spider-Man shirt.
60 pieces
Front and back, 8 color front, 8 color back.
on the
On the automatic.
Fuck.
60 pieces, bro. I'll probably knock that out in like 30 minutes once it's running.
You know what's crazy, bro?
Damn, 30
It's-
minutes.
No, this is the first time
Trust me.
that I hear someone that owns an automatic that's willing to do 60 pieces. Cause I know a lot of print
No.
shops that like if you tell them 60 pieces they'll leave you on red, bro.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask, and we'll bleep this out so you don't get a bunch of thirsty like people trying to start brands for the low. But what's because we know it's gonna happen once you answer.
Yeah.
But what's the lowest amount you do?
Like the lowest, I probably do like maybe like 12 pieces.
Oh shit!
What?
You about to get hella DMs right now.
I mean, I've done like for the homie from Iowa. No, his name's Brendan. Shout out to the homie Brendan. I did one shirt for him.
What do you mean?
10 color front, one shirt on the automatic. One shirt, just one shirt. And he paid for it.
Is it more
I'm gonna hit you up.
expensive the lower the
Yeah.
count?
Yeah, so it just depends, you know, like my breaking point. So like, look, I don't even do.
Well, I don't know. This guy sounds pretty nice. So
I don't.
He might even
Yeah,
be like,
I don't do like 60 pieces, but like my minimum is usually like 100 pieces for like multicolor stuff. But like again, like I started to like reevaluate like how everything's going, like how I can be more impactful to these brands. And one of the biggest things that I was like, hey, like some of these guys sometimes can't reach the minimum, and I know, like you said, you know that they're getting denied by other shops because they don't want to do 60 pieces. But guess what? I have the infrastructure to do those 60 pieces for you and try to charge you a reasonable amount so that it's not too expensive. And I'm still even dropping prices, bro, on them. See, a lot of the things that we do for our customers, bro, at our shop, you would get charged at other shops. And we don't charge that because like we're just too efficient, and we want to like produce like good quality stuff that if we don't do it right, like we don't want to have to deal with the issue of you being like, man, I went with Ruben and like I just didn't even like the product that I got at the end. Like I would never want someone to say that about what I do, you know? So like that's why I strive to like, hey, the color's not matching, I switch the color out. Like you can ask Jay, I spend sometimes a full day, bro, switching out colors till it matches what he wants. A full day, bro. That sounds in any other print shop. I promise you, 100% of the screen print shops.
Do you wear a mask in there, like a gas mask?
Nah.
Shit, be getting stuffy in there.
Nah, bro. Nah, we got AC. We got a big old.
Okay, this is the nice.
Yeah,
print
yeah,
shop.
we got-
This is the one that's
Yeah, bro. We got filtered air in here, bro. Like it's good. Like
Bro,
yeah.
I'll be leaving it like I just smoked.
because we. I didn't want to say it.
Nice to know we'll
They're
be
gonna
comfy
watch
in
it,
there.
like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? No, but we be going to the
You'll be
low-key
cozy.
spots.
You'll be cozy, bro. But yeah,
When
man.
I'm in there, I'm like,
Bro, we going to the
2
ones that
minutes.
like it's like 130, like 130 degrees.
Yeah, it's
maybe
hot.
that's why they're not used to like staying around and like trying to learn more about the process, because usually they're like in a print shop that's like hot as fuck. They're like, fuck it, just do
Look, I
whatever
got
you
some
gotta
personal
do.
with you. Though.
For real.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
it's
that's crazy,
Got my
bro.
asthma acting up.
I remember when I was like 19, bro, and I tried to do a T-shirt. I think it was like an 8-color front and back T-shirt, and like I remember I was like, "Can I do 60 with like different color T-shirt?" And they're like 60, like no, it's like 50 each color.
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
I've seen
and I was
that.
like, "What's the like? Is 50 minimum?" And he's like, "Yeah, 50 minimum. So if I want to do 3 colors, it's 150 shirts." And I was 19. It was different time, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, like." How am I gonna do this? You know, trying to calculate it and stuff. And I ended up doing it, which it was good for me, in
Yeah.
the end. But like even then, I was like fuck, And I think I forgot what they quoted me, bro. But yeah, it was a print shop in I can't say the city, but yeah,
Just say the city, bro. No one's
it
gonna
was in
know.
Pico.
nah, it's close to
Southgate.
In-N-Out.
Southgate.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. It's in In-N-Out. It's by In-N-Out and fucking
Come on now. He
It's
thinks
where
I don't
Kendall
know.
goes work out at the LA Fitness.
Ah.
Ballin Park.
Bruh.
Yeah, right there. Did I take you once there?
Uh-uh.
No, yeah, it's that spot. It's
I didn't
it's
even
a
like
very
going
low key
there.
spot, but like they're more used to like making like tour merch stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's
do you go that route like
Yeah.
making like tour merch?
Yeah, so
and,
we've done tour mores. We've been doing stuff for like Jen AIKO right now. She's making like custom
she's
like
your queen.
She is
Yeah.
my queen.
yeah, she's a queen.
Blasian president.
Yeah, yeah, she's sick. But she does more like just custom like merch, So like all her tour merch, like you can't buy that at like a wholesaler. Like she makes it. Like she comes and brings us fabrics. She'll bring us samples of like designer stuff that she's bought.
What does she smell like?
And she smells like Chanel, I think.
Then he goes and buys it after.
Chanel.
already got that one pound.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bougie. Yeah, but she's legit. She makes a lot of, and I think tour merch again, like even with tour merch, bro, like they want to just make the lowest, cheapest thing possible and make the most amount of money because they know that they can sell it.
Like she cares about the
So
quality.
she
of her
actually
merch.
cares about her quality. It's like really, really nice material stuff, and it looks sick on body.
Are there any other artists that care like that?
From what I know of, not really.
Damn.
I think actually I'm probably mistaken with this, but I think I really like the Kanye stuff, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
The
like,
new stuff.
Yeah, I really like the stuff that he did. I think it's super sick that like he's doing like LA apparel stuff and like charging like $20 to people to like buy his stuff. I think it's a super smart marketing technique, Like
What do you think about the shit that you're wearing?
I think it's fire. I love wearing this
Who do you
shit.
think printed it?
I know a couple print shops that actually printed a couple of the stuff. I know a spot right there by locally to where our shop, he was doing all the sweats. And he did all the vultures, like the reflective ink stuff. The one with the little vulture left chest and the one on the back.
Do you know if they
Yeah.
have any extras?
I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't doubt it. I gotta go see him next week, so
Get a
I'll
couple
let you
pairs.
know. I'll let you know.
let's pull
And it's
over then.
official. Like, you gotta think. Like, it's funny how like you would think like there's like these big like companies that are like printing this stuff, but like it's like these like low key like print shops that are printing all this stuff for like these artists, and like they're like doing it for like a decent amount of. They're doing a lot of production, and like it was sick. Like even when like I started, bro. Like you guys know the brand Anti-Social Social Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Your
like
favorite brand in high school?
yeah.
Yeah, but I never got my shirt.
I don't think no one
Oh,
did back in
did
the
you ever
day.
get it?
No, hell no. I wasn't wearing that shit in high school. Come on. Fear God only, baby.
Oh, fear
Oh,
God
shit.
only. My guys.
Before fog.
Before fog.
Facts.
Yeah, so like we were printing a lot of that stuff at the beginning when he started, So
shit.
like he was using a lot of like
So was it true that he was backed up, or he just didn't
no,
want
he
shit?
was backed up, bro. Like
He was probably the first like brand
Yeah.
that was like blew the fuck up on
his-
Instagram. He didn't know what the fuck
yeah,
to do.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things that I could definitely vouch for the guy. I forgot his name, man. It's been a long time since I was like 16 when we were
Wait,
printing
so
this stuff.
were you helping him at that time when he was getting backed up? Or did he make the mistake of going to another guy
No.
and then they couldn't fulfill his shit?
No, so like he was actually printing at like 3-4 different locations trying to get all this production out. So at our shop, we were probably doing like 10,000 units that he needed out. And then there's other shops that were trying to keep up with the production that he was trying to do. And
So who was the print shop that couldn't keep up?
I don't want to throw names, bro. Like honestly, like that'll probably get
I
me.
bet, 'cause I
get me a
know
little, get me a
people that
little
still wanna
lawsuit,
know where the
bro. Get
orders
me in a
are.
little lawsuit right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I met him when he was working on Defeated, or when he was like there, like with the crew.
Oh,
at
for sure.
Undefeated. Yeah, this is
Yeah, he
like
was-
a minute
Oh
ago,
yeah,
bro.
I still
Yeah,
remember him
bro.
pulling up in the pink Porsche to the shop, and the shop was probably the size of this little
Before the
building.
orders were out?
The original
building
it's
right here, bro.
crazy. This is crazy. He was probably the originator of the Atlanta scheme.
For real.
No, like for real, it's like real talk. I mean, kudos to him. You know, he made it. He's doing his
He-
thing.
yeah,
But like,
he blew up.
he probably
Kudos
like
to
cracked
him.
the code, and he was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
You mean I don't have to ship these out?
You mean I could just take the money and just spend it and not?
Shopify sends me fucking 2 days after getting paid. There's a payout coming
Yeah.
in. What the fuck? I didn't even put a track in.
Yeah. That's
Sounds like Danny.
Nah, it's insane. Like it was insane for him because he got like a very, very like sudden rise.
Yeah.
And honestly, like he didn't have the team to like help him.
Nobody.
He
bro.
didn't have the right people around him, bro. And
And-
that's what sucks. You know, if he did, that his whole brand would have like been perfect. Like
That's
it would have
exactly
been
what I was gonna
legit.
say.
It would have been legit. I promise you.
It would have evolved, you think?
Yeah, and if any of these print
Do
shops
you think
actually
it would
cared,
still be around now?
yeah, it would. And if any of these print shops actually
What
cared
is he,
about
what
him,
is he on now?
Yeah, I think it's still on
it's
the
still,
brand.
it's still,
but
it's
I feel
still
like
on,
it's,
but
the reputation just happened, and you're right about that. That he didn't have the correct people around him because
Yeah.
I knew. So my boy Rude Boy knew his homie. I forgot his fucking name because I was like 14, 13.
He's
at
a
the
kid,
time.
bro.
I was a kid, bro. He knew the people that were around him, bro, and they were just party.
yeah.
Just straight up party.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
I was
when
like,
you-
bro, that's such a dope brand. I remember he did a pop up across from Undefeated, and I was like the pop up that fucking made him like everybody like highlight him. He did it with a G wagon. It was the antisocial social and
yeah.
the G wagon in the back. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah,
remember
yeah, I
that
know.
drop.
Oh yeah, I do.
You know, and then after that, like a
Wow.
week after,
It was like a
Don C-
black shirt with like a green print. Huh?
Boom. Yeah, there we go.
We printed that one too, bro.
Oh shit.
That's insane. Yeah, I haven't talked about antisocial in a minute, bro. But yeah, bro, he didn't have the people around him.
Nah, bro.
Like, I mean, bro, when you're seeing M's in your Shopify account
you
coming
think
in,
different.
you think
Big Kid
different.
thinks different
You
after
move
that.
different, bro. There's no way. Like,
Nobody would have got one shirt for me. Not one.
Big K's like facts.
not
Big-
one.
You give Big K the opportunity to handle your production.
Hell no. We already in Tokyo. With the all pink color.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
We're
Bro was
buying all
bro was
Migos
lit.
collection.
He was lit though, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah,
he
he
was a cool
was.
cat, but
Nah.
You worked with JHENE AIKO. You've worked with Antisocial Social Club. What would you say is your favorite client or business that you've worked with?
I think right now, currently,
All time.
all time. Dang, there's so many
Fuck it,
people.
you could say currently too.
Yeah, there's so many people, bro, that like I've worked with that it's been so much fun. But you know, I think one of the brands that we've printed for is like Period Correct. I don't know if you guys know them. They're
Creative, correct?
Period Correct. Yeah, they're like a racing like t-shirt brand. You know, they like do like Porsches and stuff like that. And he's into like older cars and you know older G wagons, like the old style like GT3s. You know, bro's got like a Ferrari and stuff like that. Like he's legit. You know,
My
He's a
homie
re-
JV, look.
bro's the real deal. He's super sick, man. I think J Edits too. J Edits is super humble kid. You know,
What makes them though like your favorite people to work with?
I think it's just like more like the relationship that you have with these people. You know,
Right.
like at the end of the day, I keep saying it and I'll keep saying it, bro. Like the money will always be the byproduct of the relationship that you have with your customers. You know, like that should be the last thing on your mind. You know, you should be focused on like trying to help them, develop them, give them tips, give them ideas, right? Like, I don't want to take full credit for like this idea, but like when Jay, because we've had like conversations, like always, just like, hey, like, what are you thinking about doing next? What's the future look like for you? And he's like, I don't know, like, and I remember he was like, I have an idea. I want to do like just a logo shirt with my name on it, like no graphics, just a logo shirt with my name on it, right? And I was like, you should do it. I'm like, that's gonna separate your brand from graphics to like some more simple things, you know, like kind of like, you know, like what would I say? Like kind of like, I don't know, like Gucci, you know, Gucci has his own thing. It's just patterns and just like regular text. It just says Gucci on it. It's never really like big graphics.
Make it into a brand.
Yeah, so like he's actually now, I feel, developing his brand into an actual brand, you know, like instead of just being the kid that's 21
Like
years.
relying on the
Yeah,
graphics.
it's like you're not the kid anymore that just makes bootleg graphics anymore. Like you actually do more, and like those, like just giving them the ideas and then them implementing them, like that's the reward, you know. Like you see it and you're like, dude, like this is legit. Like this kid actually did this and he's doing good on his graphics and he's doing good on his like regular logo stuff. Like, but I promise you, like you were to tell that to any other brand, like, hey, put your name, just your name, on a shirt and sell it. See if you how many shirts you sell. Won't happen.
Nah.
It won't. I promise you.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing, you know, like you're known for a specific thing, but like, are you ever gonna strive to be more? Because like this whole t-shirt stuff is gonna die out.
You think so?
Yeah, you're gonna be 35 doing graphics all the time.
I was gonna ask.
I don't know, you know. I don't know. I'm not trying to be 35 doing graphics all the time, bootlegging my 10th Bad Bunny shirt, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like
When
I like Bad Bunny though. I like Bad Bunny.
It makes money, you know?
He makes a lot of money on his tour merch, actually.
when do you think, or when did you notice was like the most booming time for your business? Because I know like with fashion moving in like different ways, like I know there's certain times where it's more heavy on the graphics.
Yeah.
And then maybe right now it might be pulling back a little bit.
Yeah.
When did you notice was like when everyone was trying to do it the most?
Like what
2020?
year? I think 2020, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
once I feel like pre-COVID, couple months before it, like even that whole year before COVID, like everyone was like getting ready for like a big launch of like graphics, because it wasn't that big of a thing. It was a thing, but like it was more like the vintage space, you know? Like you could find cool graphics, you know, like and buy them at a vintage store and it'd be cool.
7361 Melrose, you know?
You know, yeah, shout out right here. You already know. You know, you find 6 shirts and you're like, bro, this is fire.
Yeah.
Like, I would want to wear this. So kids would get inspired to like design something similar and bring it back. And the bootleg game started happening a lot more, bro. Like I saw like such an influx because our shop wasn't even doing that. Like we were doing like construction, church merch, landscape, like school stuff. Like we were doing that stuff. Like when Gio, the owner of the shop, he was like, yo, like, what if we tapped into like the streetwear game? Like how would we be doing things, you know? And once we did that, he landed Antisocial, you know, and we started building that relationship with them. We started doing stuff for like Fuerza Regida, Legado Siete, like all these like Mexican brands that are kind of booming right now, you know? Like we started doing all this stuff for them. Then more people started coming in and it was just like a word of mouth type of thing. Like, hey, you want good stuff? Come right here, you know? Plus we already work with them, so you can just get your stuff done here, you know, as a referral. So it's just sick, bro, like to see that, like, you know, like sometimes it's not always about like, for me, for the most part, I think it's not always about like how many items the customer does, but it's more or less like, bro, like, can you like, do you see yourself or do you even see this customer like ever developing into something more? Like you got to believe in these people too, you know, like, cause they're trying to drop a product. Like I've had people tell me like you said, like people tell me all the time, is my graphics sick?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, bro, you could fix that color. You could take that off because it looks dumb. And like put something else.
You say dumb?
Yeah, or I'll say stupid sometimes.
You
But
say ass?
not ass. But I'll say like dumb. And like,
There's like levels.
I'll be like, yeah, like this color doesn't look good. You could fix
Yeah.
this. And like they'll redo it. They'll resend it to me. And they'll be like, bro, you were right. Like it was better. And sometimes they're like, you know what? I just fixed the color and it was better. Sometimes it's not even the design, but being able to like care about them at a even more deeper level, just like it, like it long term, it's just gonna be more beneficial because, like you said, you know, those relationships last forever, you know, and those are the people that are referring me to other brands, you know, who print your stuff.
What do you feel about people that like they want it? How do I want to say this? Because maybe he might watch this and I don't want him to.
Just say it. Just say it.
Like he wants to do the cheapest quality, cheapest everything, and like, you know, he don't give a fuck and he just, you know, just does it. What do you think about that?
Man, I don't know, man. I
I feel
think
like I know who you're talking about.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think it's again, bro, like everyone's gonna have a budget, you know? And like a
But
lot,
like, let's say if this guy's like fucking has bread, has a few stores, you know, like has a big TikTok. Like I'm talking about a mill TikTok, and like, you know, he's like, yo, like my Shopify is doing numbers, you know, and you see it, and you're like, oh shit, like, you know, I gave him the idea and I pitched it to him like, yo, we should use these blanks. We should print like this. We should print like that. He's like, no, fuck that shit. Do it direct to film. Fucking, we're gonna ship him a whole completely different colorway. I was like, yo, like, what about the blanks? Like, do you want to buy like Shockaware? Do you want to buy like AAA like 1301? I think that's a good blank, right?
Yeah.
1301.
You know
see,
your
I know
stuff.
my shit.
You know your stuff.
Man,
bro.
I do
I'm
this.
surprised right now, bro. Hey, bro, speaking my language right now. I was
But
like,
he's
yo.
like, I do 1301 blank, and I'm like, and he was like, I'm like, you want to do that? He's like, nah, like, I'm gonna send you a closeout spot. And I'm like, what? Closeout spot? And he's
crazy.
like, yo, this closeout spot, they sell the box for 120. I'm like, but the tag is like woven tag. I'm gonna chop it off. He's like, I just chop it. I'm like, yo, like, what? Like, you make it make sense, you know? Like, what are your thoughts about that, bro?
I think I know who you're talking about too, and
Oh shit.
it's I mean, again,
Bleep it out.
Nah, I'm not gonna
It's
say
fucking
it. I'm not gonna say it. But bro, like, it's like, again, at the end of the day, it's like, for most people, it's like it's just money to them, you know? Like, they're trying to make the most at the lowest quality, whatever they gotta do, bro. It's always gonna be like that, though, you know?
But that's the
And
part
it
where
sucks.
I think he was the turning, because I was doing like printing in the mornings and
Yeah.
stuff. Like that was my little side hustle. Like I'll get print jobs. Sometimes I get big print jobs. Sometimes I get like 60, 50. And because the people that I work with are doing manual. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. Fucking 50, 60 pieces.
Yeah.
You know, make a cool $100, $100. But then that
For
specific
McDonald's.
person, it came to the point I was like, yo, like, I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to do this anymore. You know, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I stopped doing print jobs because I was like, yo, like, I don't know. It just gave me a distaste, you know.
Well, yeah, it sucks because, like, I know a couple customers.
He's like staring me down. He's like,
It's because I know a couple customers too right now that like they'll sell like DTG prints and they'll say that it's screen print, you know, and that's just because they're getting the DTG from someone that's like hella cheap. The guy's like, oh, you're doing like 1,000 pieces and you want to do them DTG? Like DTG is kind of expensive, bro. Like people don't. It should be
No, it
pricey,
is.
but like they're doing it for like $8 for them.
oh,
Like if you're doing it for $8, bro, like send me his connect, send me his number, because I need that guy. Like I need his number
This homie was like, he wants
on
it.
site. Like I need that fool's number because I want $8 DTG prints.
Nah, this homie was like, I told him that route. I told him silk screen route, and I was like, yo, like, do you want to do this or this? He's like, yo, like, I know you know the way DT direct to film DTF.
Hate DTF.
And I was like, oh, like,
Sorry.
I was like, but the way you're branding it and you're selling your shirt for $44, I think you should just do the silk screen. I mean, it's selling-
$44.
Yeah, he's selling his t-shirts for 44, 68. His hoodies for like 120. And I was like, I think you got a budget, bro, to do print.
Yeah,
you
you-
know?
he could've
And he
been-
was like, nah, like I want to just do DTF. And I was like, oh, like,
You weren't DTF,
nah,
basically.
not for that.
So
I
you're
was
wearing a
like,
shirt that's gonna like crack and shrinkle up when
You know, and
after
have you
3
seen
washes.
the before and after? Does it crack?
me?
Like, have you seen
I
his
mean, yeah,
products?
like I seen those
over
prints,
time?
and like it just depends the way you. I mean, for me, what I've learned, like the way you press it, like you double press it, fucking give it a good, you know, smooth lining a couple times, and at the same time, like if
The salt matters too that
Yeah.
you use. The glue matters too. The one that
it's
you
like-
use, it
it's all
matters
that
a lot.
you know. So you gotta go,
You can't
going
just
the
use
right way.
Gorilla Glue.
No,
But
it's like a
But
salt. It's like a salt
Yeah,
like
well,
solution.
These people want to know, you know. you
Yeah, it's
gotta
like
make
a
sure
salt
they know.
solution that like you put on the actual before, like once the machine prints it off, the DTF machine prints it, like there's like a little salt solution that gets added on top like a layer, and it's like dry glue. So like once you pass it through like a little oven, it like heats up and it embeds into the transfer. So
Damn.
then that way you can actually press it and it peels off.
see, I like this conversation. People understand me.
Like so like it peels off. But the thing that I do with like DTF transfers, and I tell people this all the time, is like if someone tells you like do DTF, use those as like samples.
Yeah.
Like, cause those are cheap and affordable ways
Yeah.
to do samples. If I'm gonna do a photo shoot tomorrow, I can go make right now like 3 DTF samples right now, like quick, like in an hour. or less.
Oh shit! Now I know who.
And
who
like
to hit up.
I can make those samples quick. And then you have samples that look and resemble the same thing as a silk screen, but it's a DTF transfer. But don't do it on your full production.
Right.
Like when you run a full production, actually run a screen print, or do DTG, whatever you want to do. I like DTG too.
Right.
It just depends who you go with though, because some people don't have like the expensive DTG machines that actually embed into the shirt and it makes the shirt look. I could show you I wish I should have brought some shirts, but I could show you like a DTG shirt and a screen print shirt and you probably wouldn't be able to tell me the difference. Because they spend like 20 bands, 30 bands on a DTG machine that actually is legit.
Is it an Epson?
Like no, it's better than an Epson, bro.
Shit.
Like
You don't even
way
know
better.
they don't even
I
know
don't
the brand.
No,
on
the
there.
brand's like legit, bro. Like it's like I honestly don't know the brand, but it's just hella expensive.
It's so good he doesn't even want to say it, but
Nah, bro. Go on.
you go ahead.
No,
I'll do the
I
next one.
remember.
He's like,
No,
hey, bro,
'cause
you
I
cut
had to
me
stop,
off
bro.
right now.
I was like 18, 19. I bought a Epson from fucking Craigslist, bro. I don't know how the fuck I did it, bro. It was like 3,200, some shit like that. I broke it on my way home.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
and they're hard
yeah.
to fix, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Our
And I
guy
was like,
charges
fuck
us
that
like
shit.
600 to come
And
fix
I
it.
remember at the end of the day, we threw that shit away, remember?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, that shit was heavy too.
Yeah,
but
it's mad heavy.
it kind of seems like you literally have seen like all the different pathways brand owners and creatives can take in terms of production and creativity. To just leave our wonderful audience with like some long lasting advice, what would you say to them, if they want to do that?
It's a good question, bro. This was hitting me with some good questions, bro.
You gotta
my
leave.
guy.
You gotta send them off nicely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy's giving me some good questions,
It's my
bro.
big D,
Yeah, that was cute. Nah, I think it's always I think it's important, like, number one, that like you have like a firm foundation with like when you start a clothing brand, don't just go into it because you want to make money. Like, you're gonna make money, but like it's gonna take some time. So if your foundation's solid, like how you start off, like be strategic with how you start, right? Have a plan, know the ins and outs, right? Again, you can do your research. Go online, go on YouTube, go on TikTok. People explain these processes. I'm not the only one that explains it, right? Do your research on blanks, on printing, what's the best option, different price points. The reason why I say this is because like a lot of people, when they try to hit me up for like a quote, they don't even know what they want to do or what shirt they want to use, or like, and it's frustrating because you have to go back and forth trying to pick their brain and try to figure out what they want to do. Like, don't be that person when you can educate yourself with very basic information that'll help you, so that when you actually hit up a manufacturer, whoever you're going to hit up, you can send them a proper email like, hey bro, I want 60 pieces. I want the Los Angeles Apparel 1801 GD shirt, cream, right? In the color cream. I want 10 small, 10 medium, 10 large, 10 XL, 10 double XL, and 10 3XL. I'm gonna send you the AI file because I did it on Illustrator.
What if it's Photoshop?
Right, or I'll send you the PSD file, right? If it's and again, don't send PNG files. Please, if you're watching this, do not send PNG files, all
Shout out
right?
to Sheila one time, schooling Danny, but yeah.
Do not send PNG files. Send me the original files, because when we send the artwork to get done and to get separated, my separator will not know how many colors your artwork is if you don't send me the original files. So that's like a super big tip, right? And then always 300 DPI, please, which means it's the highest quality possible. Okay, so just a little thing that I want to reference to people because they don't know that. And yeah, man, like, it's just like, if you have a detailed email, right? Okay, I'm gonna send you the PSD files. Everything's in the email. Right? It's gonna be a jumbo print, 16 by 21. I'm gonna have printed neck tags. Here are the neck tag labels in this folder, et cetera, et cetera. If all that's in the email, all I gotta do is plug in the numbers, make sure everything's good. I look at that. I can give you a quote in like 30 minutes.
Damn.
This is probably some of my favorite advice I've heard from doing this show, because basically what he's telling you is just know what the fuck you want to do before you actually start.
Exactly.
Wow. Well,
I think it's important, man. I think like again, like it's like this is stuff that like you should want to know though, right? If you actually care about like doing clothing and starting a brand, I would assume that you would be doing research for it already, right? Like
Watch YouTube tutorials.
watch YouTube tutorials, do something, you know, like if you want to design stuff, like go look at that one Fuller guy or whatever, the guy that he's always on Instagram.
Mo Fuller.
Yeah, he's you know what I'm talking about, right? He does design stuff.
Yeah, he does. He sells like the packs.
Yeah,
like
he
the
sells
graphics.
the packs. Yeah, that guy's legit, bro. Like he does tutorials on like
I bought one.
he does tutorials on like JHENE.
I mean, I never bought one.
All these guys, he'll sell you tutorials, bro, on like how he does the same exact thing that these guys do. And like that's good. Like that's an investment to help you learn so that you don't look like a when you're like designing stuff, you know? Like
Probably bleep that one out.
like, you know, like look good, you know, like when you're out there like trying to design, you know?
Right.
And there's always room to improve. Don't get me wrong, like you start off, you can improve. But at the end of the day, like it's just a matter of how much work you're gonna put into it. I see a lot of money hungry kids that want to just make money because they see some dude in dreads like posting like, look at me, my Shopify made $1 million in a year. I'm gonna show you how to do the same thing. All you gotta do is buy this plan, click learn more. I'm gonna send you a link, and then you have to buy this video, and then you gotta buy like 3 more videos to actually get the actual details, because the first video doesn't actually really give you the actual details that you need. So like, it's like, bro, like, I don't care about your $1 million in sales on Shopify. God bless you, you're great, but like, I don't
Do
want.
you believe that, bro? Sometimes.
I think it's cap for the most part, but because I could do that too, and people would probably believe me.
Yeah.
Like people will actually believe me if I were to make a video saying, "Hey guys," and I put in the background like the Shopify. I could screenshot on Instagram or on Google like $1 million Shopify like
you
account.
could just send it to Danny Hill
Yeah.
over there for you.
And
We've done
like-
crazier shit.
like-
I'll put $1 billion on that. Bitch.
Yeah, and like people will believe me. They'll be like, "Dude, Ruben did $1 million in sales. Like I'm gonna whatever he says. I mean, it's working. So I'm gonna just go to him." And like most people are marketing brands nowadays as e-commerce sites. And it's like you're only doing e-commerce if you don't care about stuff and you're just trying to produce quantity, not quality. Right? You want to make a lot of shirts that look the same. You know, it looks like the Babe Star. Looks like the Babe Star, but it says Star World or whatever, or Star Guy or whatever. It says something, right?
You're going to,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
you're going to
Yo, am I going deep right now?
Well, wow. Thank you. Ruben.
Nah,
That
but
was-
it's legit though. You know, it's the truth. You know, like most people, they don't like hearing this stuff. You know, like it's like people don't understand. Like some of these, like buy my course and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Like they're literally just AIing stuff. They just go on ChatGPT and they're creating a course, and it's just ChatGPT's creating a course for you, bro. Like, don't tell me I don't know. Don't tell me that I can't copy and paste your course and put it on a ChatGPT
so you should
checker.
have put how to make a brand on ChatGPT.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Seriously, I didn't even know.
Because ChatGPT like will make you a full course on how to start a clothing brand.
Really?
Like go on ChatGPT and ask him like, "Hey, how do I start a clothing brand?"
Jacob, can you do that? He has one.
Might have to run that.
I'm telling you.
Shit.
But
I'm
like,
gonna go straight right now, literally straight right now. I'm gonna go straight home. Fucking download ChatGPT. I'm shit. By the time you hit home, I already fucking.
You already
I already
hit me up.
emailed you
Yeah.
for the fucking DTG print.
And then on the side, you're gonna have your mom's chicken and rice that she made today.
Hey, that shit gives you the energy. That shit gives me the energy to
I want
to
some
start
McDonald's.
this podcast and to finish this podcast.
I want some McDonald's,
Oh,
bro.
this song kind of fire. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, I'm ready for McDonald's.
I'm ready for
Oh no! You
McDonald's.
know what I heard? That Danny's gonna buy everybody tacos after this.
Oh yeah, we're at.
Oh, shit.
I'm down for some tacos. Though.
I gotta check the address, but I'll text you though. I'll text you right now.
I'm down.
We're right here.
I think better in the car, you know.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
car's-
Go
my car's
shit,
in the
Big K, I'ma
car,
text you, right?
know.
Big kid said, "Oh, I gotta go home." That's
crazy.
Wolf, do you want to plug any Instagrams, any, your stuff?
Oh yeah. You guys can follow me at textures.by.ruben.
You know I'm gonna say this right now. We gotta do another one, bro.
Yeah, we might have to run this one up again.
Yeah, cause this is like, it's good, you know.
Yeah, we could talk about some more stuff and get more into detail with like actual like branding stuff and like You know, like
Hopefully,
just
part
other
two is
details.
soon though, but not too soon because you know they get too. You got to make them wait a little bit.
We gotta make them suffer for a little bit.
Yeah,
It's good though.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys though, for real.
Thank you, bro. For
Mad love for you guys. You know, I appreciate you guys
Thank you.
for throwing me on,
Bro.
throwing me on the pod. You know, it's been a long time coming, and like, you know, it's always good to support like, you know, other people that like are in the industry and just trying to be, you know, you're doing your thing. You know, like the conversation we had that one time when I walked in. You know, like we gotta support the raza. You know, yeah, we gotta support the raza.
I remember,
you know?
like even that day, like it was a really good day. But I was like, when you guys came through, I mean, you know how I was like reactions like, oh shit, I don't even know you guys. But then after that, I was like, oh damn, like they're actually like, I could feel like they're homies, like
Yeah,
maybe
for
in
sure.
another life, you know?
Yeah, for sure,
in the
bro.
past life that we
Yeah.
were in, like I was like, oh, like yeah, and who's here, bro?
It was that one BMX guy.
Yeah. Oh, I talked to the homies and they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, like how long have we known them? And I was like, nah, I barely met them, brother. Oh
met
shit,
right
like
now.
I thought you guys knew each other from like fucking way back
Way
then. I
back.
was like, oh nah, and those homies, they were my homies from back in the day too,
Yeah.
you know. So like, yeah, bro, it's God that connects the
Hey
path
man,
for all
yeah,
of us, you know.
yeah, it's good, man. But I'm glad, man, that you guys are doing your thing.
Hopefully, the next one we could get more personal.
we can, yeah. Well,
'Cause this was just the introduction.
we can for
We
sure.
reached the climax.
You know, like like I said, we gotta do the next one at the print shop. Bro.
We'll do it at the print shop. I'll set it
that
up.
will be hard, bro.
I'll set it up
With
right
the
there.
AC on. With
With the AC
on.
on, bro.
will be
'Cause,
on,
like,
bro.
Danny has like bad memories from the look at the
We're all
when there's hot as
traumatized.
shit in
He's
there,
all
bro.
traumatized with the
Speaking
machines.
of hot, it's hot as fucking here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You're right next to the door, bro.
I'm telling you, I'm ready for the 650 Big Mac combo.
Oh
the
shit! Don't they
sweet
have the
tea.
family meal that you want to send me?
That's what I already ordered it. They waiting for me right now.
All right. Well, on to the next one. Thank you, Ruben.
Appreciate you.
All right. Well,
All right,
let's
man.
go.
Let's get it.
The man you've been waiting for. The drum beater.